I will tell you my leadership journey is that of a non-traditional journey. I can honestly say that I don't subscribe to the traditional ways of leadership. And so therefore, there have been times where I don't really understand that I'm in this space of leadership. I'm clearly just doing me and being me. And unbeknownst to me, it's viewed as leadership. The problem with that is people begin to want you to be who they want you to be as opposed to who you are. And you can get caught in this space of that. And there can be this inner resentment that you are doing things that don't align with your spirit or your goals or your leadership journey. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that we work for companies and we work for others, and compromise and empathy and such is part of that journey. But understand that you're going to be in situations where people want you to be who they want you to be, not who you are. Um, for as long as I can remember, I've been kind of known as this guy that has the ability to light up a room. I understand myself in that space. With all humility, I walk in the room and the energy changes. I'm positive. I'm speaking. I'm confident in knowing who I am. I'm not overly confident, but I'm confident in knowing who I am. And it bodes well. It bodes well in a social setting, but it also bodes well in a corporate setting. And I think with that, throughout my career, I've been tagged as a culture guy, right? Someone who builds culture. And I'm cool with that. Peter Drucker, a guy that I think very highly of, he wrote a book called Culture Eats Strategy for Breakfast. Obviously, there's a balance, um, and understanding that there's a balance. But he did say that. And without sounding not humble, I know that I bring a culture, I bring a vibe, I bring an energy that makes everybody in the room feel good and knowing why they are in that space. But what goes with that is being labeled as that person. Now, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that, but you also want to allow other components of yourself to shine. You also want to garner that same respect in other areas. But what you'll find is that there are individuals who want you to be who they need you to be in that space. And that may cause conflict. That may cause an internal disagreement that you got to make sure you see it. You got to make sure you kind of look at it head on. You got to make sure you're willing to um, mention it and be clear about it because I've been in situations where anytime I tried to step out of the culture guy, the guy that brings really good ideas, the guy that really, sees something from script to stage, right? That project management ability to understand the dynamics, understand the clientele, understand the space and the aesthetics, and then understanding how to bring all that together. Um, Whenever you try to step outside of that, some folk will shut you down. And so the challenge is, right, you want to be in your sweet spot. You do. But as I mentioned earlier, you always want to be growing and leveling up. And don't let nobody Make them be who they want you to be and not who you are. Don't allow that. You get, as a good friend of mine often says, this is not a dress rehearsal. If if you want to, if you've been working on the plane and you want to learn how to fly the plane, go do that. Go do that and feel good about it. You are who you are. This is your turn and it's your time. Live in it and love in it. Peace.